Hey, Gabby, do you have a minute to talk? Wow, it's not like you to text me. What's up? Mom asked me to text you. She could have just asked you this herself, but whatever. Oh, what's the matter? She was wondering if you have any plans to visit home soon. What do you mean? Just like I said, are you planning on visiting Mom and Dad in the near future? You never really visit anymore. What do you mean? I try to make it back for Christmas every year. So until then, I really don't have any plans to visit home. Ugh, okay. Well, if you're free this Saturday, do you think you can come over? This Saturday? Why? They said they're having a bunch of relatives over. I guess our cousin Jenna is getting married. Is she really? Oh, I'm so happy for her. I know, right? Her and her fiancé are coming over to meet everyone, including Grandma and Grandpa. That's why Mom wanted me to ask what you were doing this Saturday. She wanted me to ask you if you could come. Gotcha. Well, I'm actually not sure if I'm free or not. I might have to work. Really? You don't have off on weekends? Well, I usually do. But there are times where I have to work on Saturdays too. Wow. Who works on the weekends anymore? Your job is totally taking advantage of you. I do, sometimes. It's not that weird. Maybe your job is different. Yeah, my job is the best. They've never thought about making me work on the weekends. That's just great. I'll get back to you tomorrow about Saturday. I'll text you then. Hey, Tiffany, you got a second? Yup. Did you find out if you were off or not on Saturday? Yeah. I don't have to work Saturday, so you can tell Mom I'll be there. Actually, could you just text her yourself? I hate being the messenger. Even if I do try to tell Mom, I know she'll just make you text me back for her. That's why I'm purposely texting you and not her. Yeah, probably. She doesn't even trust you enough to text her. That's why she's having me talk to you. Ugh, whatever. She has no reason to think that. I always respond to people when they text me. I can't imagine not being trusted enough to send a simple text. That must be rough for you, sis. Now I have to get involved because of it. All this trouble over texting. Whatever. You're clearly the favorite child, you always have been. It wouldn't be this much trouble if Mom didn't have some stupid grudge against me. Either way, I don't care. I'm over it. I don't expect anything different out of her. Of course, that's what you say. You're always so quick to be defensive. You've never been able to get along with Mom. Defensive? I'm the one who's always been silent when they've been rude to me. Oh, yeah? Anyway, I'll let Mom know you're coming. Thanks. By the way, everyone's coming over in the afternoon, so be at the house before then. Why, so Mom can send me out on errands or make me help with cooking for everyone? I can feel it. She's going to put me to work as soon as I get there. Why do you always make her out to be such a bad person? Am I wrong? You'll be there too, right? Is she going to make you work? Sorry. I actually won't be home in the morning. I have a few things I've got to do myself. I should have seen that coming. Mom told me it was okay. Anyway, see you Saturday. Yeah, see you then. Are you? Did you leave already? Of course I did. I came because you asked me to. Not to hear you brag all day about yourself. I was bragging? I don't know what you mean. Don't play dumb. You went on and on about yourself like you always do. Really? Yeah, really. You didn't think it was embarrassing to talk about yourself like that in front of everyone? Why would I be embarrassed? I didn't say anything embarrassing. You're totally oblivious. It's one thing to brag about yourself in front of me or Mom and Dad. But you were way out of line to go on and on about yourself the way you did in front of everyone that was there today. What was the point of doing that? Are you mad because I brought you up? Don't sweat it. I mean, it's the truth after all. Did you see Jenna's fiancé's face when you were talking about everything? He was totally fine. He's about to be part of this family soon. He should know everything about us. The same thing goes for our other relatives, too. Maybe, but the way you were talking was out of line. Are you really mad? I can't change the truth. You're the one that dropped out of high school and doesn't have a degree. Why would you ever need to bring that up in front of everyone? And yes, I am really mad. You were so rude. Well, everyone's still at the house and no one said anything to me about it. You're the only one that seems to have a problem with what I said. I wonder why that is. Wow. You're not the only one who's mad. Mom and Dad are furious right now. They couldn't believe you stormed off like that. What? I don't think I did anything wrong. All I did was let everyone know all about you. I didn't lie about anything, did I? I think you're really mad at the reality of the situation. I can't help it if everyone compares us. You're a high school dropout, and I'm a college graduate with an awesome job. Whatever, that's not what I'm saying. I know all of that, but they didn't need to, especially with the way you were saying it. That's why I'm mad. Well, why don't you just go back to school or something? If you're worried about being compared to me, maybe you should have worked harder and not dropped out. Only you have the power to change things, right? You're not helping anything by saying that. A high school dropout that works in a factory. Do you plan on working there forever? All I did was tell the truth. If you're mad at that, then what you're saying is that you're really just mad at the situation you put yourself in. Only you can change that. Is that honestly what you think? Of course. Like I said, I only speak the truth. If anything, I'm the one who should be annoyed. You took everything I said wrong, threw a hissy fit and ran off. Who knows the next time everyone will be together in the same room like today. Just think about how Grandma and Grandpa felt when they saw you slamming the door behind you. I'm honestly used to taking this kind of abuse. I never said anything because you only pulled stunts like this when we were with Mom and Dad. But doing it in front of our entire extended family is unacceptable. I'll never forgive you for what you did. I can't believe you. I didn't do anything wrong. You've got no life skills and nothing to show for yourself. On top of that, you blame others for your failures. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I've got a message for Mom and Dad. Tell them I'm never stepping foot in that house again. Are you serious? Sure, I'll tell them right now. Now that I think about it, you've always been the one to embarrass yourself in front of the relatives. Today's no different. The vibe here has been so much better since you ran off like a baby. Whatever. Say what you want. Bye. Okay. Bye, sis. You think you're doing? You think you could just waltz into my job like that? What are you talking about? When did I go to your job? Don't play dumb. I saw you in the lobby of my building. I know what you're up to. You came to try and talk trash about me to my coworkers. I literally have no clue what you're saying right now. I saw you at my job, so I'll ask you again, what are you doing there? Oh, yeah, I am at your job. But don't you usually work at another branch? Yeah, but I came to HQ today for training. I never expected to see you there. I almost had a heart attack. Oh yeah? Is that all you had to tell me? I thought we had a mutual agreement to cut each other out of our lives. I don't think there's reason for us to talk anymore. I never wanted to text you, but after seeing you there, I knew you were up to something. I have a right to know. What are you saying? I'm not trying to do anything. I have no obligation to tell you what I'm doing here. You need to leave right now. There's no business for a high school dropout to be at a first-rate company like mine. You better get out of there right now and never come back again. Only those who have done something with their lives and earned a spot there should be in that building. You've been there a year. You sound so arrogant right now. So what if I've only been here a year? This is my career. I may have only been here for a year, but I'm on track to making my way straight to the top. Unlike you, people actually expect big things out of me. Is that right? What's your problem? Are you still there? I told you to get out. I never want to see you there again. Oh, trust me, the feeling is mutual. Fine, I'll leave, and I'll make sure to never come back. Great, I'm glad you agree. That's all. Bye. Why didn't you say anything? If you would have told me, things could have turned out differently. I thought I told you I never wanted to talk to you again. Where's that fire you had when you were yelling at me the other day? You seem a bit deflated. Yeah, well, I'm really sorry about how I talked to you. Do you think you could come back to my job one more time? No, I already let your boss know what you said to me. Seems like he had a nice little chat with you about it. So no, I won't come back to your job. I honestly don't think I could even fit it into my schedule. Especially if you were the one who's asking me to do it. Just please find time to come back. Sorry, can't do it. I already cleared my schedule once. I knew you worked for that company, so I made an exception. But then you told me I shouldn't be there and to never come back. Why would I help you now? Oh, you should have said something from the beginning. When did you become such a hotshot? Oh, you mean my business seminars that your job asked me to give? I started giving talks recently. I actually quit my previous job a while ago. What? I used my connections and worked my butt off to get to where I am now. I even went back to school and graduated college. I majored in business management. Where I am now is all thanks to the work I put in. Well, I had no idea about any of that. Yeah, well, I wasn't planning on telling you. I mean, even if I did, none of you trust me or believe anything I say, so it would have been a waste of time. None of you have any interest in the things I do. Yeah, well, you really put me in a bad spot. There were so many people who were with me for training. I didn't do anything. I went through the trouble of clearing my schedule to come speak at your job. Unfortunately, it didn't matter that we were related. If one of that company's employees tells me to leave and never come back, that's what I'm gonna do. Why would I react any differently? But still... My inbox is overflowing with requests from other companies that want me to speak. I'm way more popular than you'd imagine. So turning down your job doesn't make a dent in the amount of offers I have for work. Actually, your job has been calling to apologize for everything that happened. They still want me to come. But Gabby... My boss came in and called for me in the middle of my training to chew me out about what happened. Oh, I was mortified. Everyone in the room was staring at me. That must have been rough. Have some sympathy. Please. You're the only one that can help me right now. Just please find time to come back. Is that what your boss wants? Yeah. He said I have to be there this time when you come. He knows you went through the trouble of coming last time just because you'd be speaking at my job. He wants me to take full responsibility for what happened. If things stay the way they are, my career is ruined. Oh, really? Oh, that wouldn't be good. I'm so sorry for everything I've done to you. Just, please. Here's a newsflash for you. The only people who don't know about what I do are you, Mom, and Dad. What do you mean? Jenna and her fiancé, Grandma and Grandpa, all of our relatives know about what I do for a living. Why do they know? Because I told them. They actually have interest in my life, unlike you guys. In fact, I've spoken at every one of their jobs. Really? Yeah, so when you tried to make me look like a fool the other day, everyone looked shocked, right? Jenna texted me right after I left. She said, Tiffany really hasn't changed, huh? She's a real piece of work. I even got a call from Grandma and Grandpa. They apologized on your behalf for how rude you were to me. They told me we're at a loss for words for how she was treating you. Are you serious? Ever since you were little, you've always been so rude and disrespectful towards me. Everyone in the family feels the same way. Mom and Dad have always spoiled you and given you a false sense of entitlement. I'm not embarrassed of being a high school dropout. I wear that title with pride. It's the reason I've worked so hard to get to where I am now. And every time you try to hold that over my head and talk trash about me to others, you're really just embarrassing yourself. You're proving to everyone you're still a spoiled brat. That's not true. Whether you believe it or not, it's true. Now is as good a time as ever to cut each other out of our lives. I'm actually grateful things turned out this way. Please, don't text me anymore. Wait, are you gonna help me or not? Why should I help you? You're nothing but a stranger to me now. Honestly, I don't care if you lose your job. I saved all my money from my factory job to afford going to college. After graduating, I got a job as a business consultant. After that, I branched out and started my own business. I go around to different companies, giving seminars on proper business conduct and ethics. I never told that to my parents or my sister. It's not like they would have listened anyway. On the other hand, everyone in my extended family was happy to hear all about it. In fact, after my parents kicked me out of my house after my 20th birthday, all my relatives were really worried about me. They always kept in touch with me to see how I was doing. I made sure to thank them and tell them I was doing fine on my own. I even told everyone about what happened with Tiffany. Eventually, word got around to my mom and dad. They kept trying to text me and call me now that they know what I really do. I just said the same thing to them as I said to Tiffany. You're both strangers to me. Honestly, it felt like a huge weight off my shoulders. I went to Jenna's wedding the other day. My mom, dad, and Tiffany were nowhere to be seen. When I asked Jenna about it later, she told me, only family's welcome at my wedding. They also told me they think my sister probably gets her personality from my dad. He's always been stuck up ever since he was a kid. My whole family thinks he's kind of a snob. I guess I'm not the only one who hates him. At the wedding, I asked my grandparents what they thought about everything that happened. I thought for sure it would be stressing them out. But when I asked about it, my grandpa just laughed and said, it never hurts to do a bit of house cleaning. They're on their own now. I try not to think about them anymore. I know that karma will get to them eventually.
Jessie, why did you leave for work? I wasn't done talking to you. Text me back. Come on! Are you seriously ignoring me right now?
Tara, I'm working right now. We can talk when I get home. Could you please wait until then?
I'm telling you, I want to get divorced. How could you be so calm about that? You're unbelievable.
I'm a little desensitized at this point. This is the third time this month you've threatened me with divorce.
That's right, and I'm serious about it too. You think I won't do it? I'll say it 100 times if I have to.
If you're serious, okay. But don't just use it as a threat every time you don't get your way. You threatened me with divorce over not putting the ketchup back.
I am serious.
Tara, I really want to make things work and have a good life with you. Yeah, sometimes we fight, but I've never once thought about divorce. So it really hurts when you keep bringing up getting separated.
You're the one that always starts the fights. Like today, you started the fight about laundry.
Tara, all I did was address that you accidentally forgot to take the clothes out of the washing machine overnight. I know you do a lot, and of course there are gonna be times you forget. But all of my work clothes were in there. All I said was next time, maybe don't wash all my work clothes at once, just in case you accidentally forget again like today.
Just buy new clothes.
I already have enough, and that doesn't solve the problem I'm talking about.
Fine, then you can do the laundry from now on. If you're gonna complain this much about it, you can just do it yourself. I don't think it's right that I have to do all the work around the house. Just because I'm a housewife doesn't mean I'm your personal slave.
Tara, I don't think that at all. And I am doing work around the house on my days off. I cook, clean, and do laundry already.
Yeah, and that's not enough.
Alright. I'll do the laundry myself from now on.
I want you to understand how hard it is taking care of things at home. I'm sure you're busy or whatever with your job, but that doesn't give you the right to leave everything at home for me to do.
I don't think like that at all. Like I said, I'm trying to do whatever I can when I come home.
Well, that's what I think. Whatever. You put me in such a bad mood. Figure out dinner yourself. I'm going to my parents' place for the day. I'm not making dinner for you.
Okay. Have a safe trip.
That's all you have to say to me? You're not gonna offer to come get me?
Oh, sorry. I can come get you once I finish work.
Forget it. How stupid are you? Literally any other guy would put two and two together and offer to come get me when I say I'm going somewhere. I'll get home myself. You better not come. If you come, I'll divorce you.
Hello, Jessie. Have you finished work? Oh, hey, Mom. Is everything okay? Well, it's about Tara. Did she have another episode and threaten to divorce you again? I'm really sorry. Don't worry about it. She only gets mad when I don't do what she asks, so I'm to blame. She told me she was gonna eat dinner at your place today. I was thinking about heading over there to pick her up. Is she still mad? Yeah, she's been in a bad mood all day. She was muttering to herself and kept banging on things, so I told her to go back home. She should be on her way home now, so you don't need to come. Also, I put dinner in some Tupperware containers for you. We had chicken parm tonight. I hope you like it. Thank you so much. Your cooking is always so good. Of course I'll love it. I can't tell you how nice it is to have a home-cooked meal made with love. Since my parents died when I was so young, I don't really get the chance to eat food like that very often. I really appreciate you always making such delicious food for me. Well, I guess I have a lot of pressure to cook well. I tried to teach Tara how to cook, but I don't think she remembers or even cares. She always just heats up frozen food, right? I should have been more strict with her. Don't worry about it. That's her issue. I'm sure you did everything you could. She tries sometimes, and I really appreciate it when she does. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. I know she can be selfish, and she does whatever she wants. I feel so bad for you. Based on what she was telling me today, she was the one in the wrong for forgetting the laundry. Be strict with her. Speak your mind if you have to. Well, I was actually thinking to try and help out even more around the house. Leave that all to her. She's the one who's at home all day, so it's her responsibility. It sounds like she isn't doing enough. You're too nice. I guess that's why you're such a good match for Tara, though. Thank you for your concern, but this is nothing new. I'm used to her being like this, lol. Thank you for always being so patient. I'm so lucky to have someone as nice as you looking after my daughter. Just make sure to set your limits. It's not good to always hold in your feelings. Even if she kicks and screams, you need to get it out. Got it. I'll try to find the best way to approach her from now on. I agree with everything you're saying. It sounds like she just got back. Okay, let me know how it goes. Give her a piece of your mind. Hey, Mom. Sorry to bother you. Are you still awake? Yes, I'm awake. It's quite late. Is everything okay? Well, Tara's still not home yet. What? What do you mean? I'm embarrassed to admit this, but Tara and I got into another fight. When I got back from work today, I found a handwritten note from her and divorce papers on the kitchen table. Divorce papers? What did she write in that note? All it said was, "Don't try and find me." She already signed the divorce papers. How stupid could she possibly be? I thought she'd be back by now, but she isn't. I was wondering if she went over to your house, but I guess she didn't. No, she hasn't been here, and I don't know about any of this. She screamed and threatened me with divorce once again this morning before I left for work. That was nothing out of the ordinary, so I didn't think much of it. I guess I was wrong. I'm sorry to get you involved in this. I don't blame you. She says it to you practically every day, so of course you get used to not thinking it would really happen. You've done nothing wrong. Why were you two fighting in the first place? She took my credit card and bought a new jacket without telling me. Well, it has been getting colder lately. I wouldn't mind at all. I agree that she needed a new coat. It's just that she didn't tell me she'd be buying one that was $2,000. What? Yeah, and she bought two. One in black, one in dark blue. I was pretty shocked when she told me after the fact. Trust me, I wish I made more so that I could afford to buy her expensive things like that. But we really couldn't afford one of those, let alone two. If she would have discussed it with me beforehand, I would have tried to cut back on things and save money so she could get it. What makes her think she can just go and do something like that? What's going through her head? You had every right to be angry with her. She's 100% in the wrong. You've done absolutely nothing wrong. I didn't think I was being unreasonable. Hearing you say that makes me feel much better. Thank you. Uncharacteristically, I raised my voice and got visibly upset when talking with her. But anyway, if she's not with you, I really wonder where she could be. Most of her friends are married with kids, so I doubt she'd go and try to stay with them. I'm guessing she's ignoring your calls and texts? Yeah, she is. She hasn't read anything I've sent her. I really wonder where she could be. Whenever something happens, she always comes over here. I know, right? Well, she's an adult with a bank account, so I'm sure she's not just sleeping in the park. My first guess is that she booked a hotel somewhere. That would make sense. Going back to the divorce papers, she's threatened me with divorce hundreds of times, but it seems like now she's serious about it. I don't think so. She likes to huff and puff, but she'll never really go through with what she says. She's just trying to scare you. I'm so sorry you have to go through this. I'm never going to forgive her for this. It's not right she threatens with divorce over every little thing. Mom, please don't apologize. It's not your fault. Yes, it is. I raised her to become this way. I'm just as much at fault. I was always so scared when she threatened me with divorce, so I did whatever she said. Jesse, I know I'm Tara's mother, but I really believe that you should seriously think about ending your relationship. She needs to learn her lesson once and for all. She crossed the line long before she ever signed those divorce papers. I may be Tara's mother, but I think of you as a son as well. Please don't let her keep doing this. You have my full support. Thank you so much. I'm really touched that you would say that. Before I decide on anything, I want to try and talk to her first. That's a good idea. Hang on a sec. Every time she comes back here, she locks herself in her room. I know she has a computer in there. Maybe there's something on it that will give us a clue to where she is right now. Really? If she has her phone linked to it, we might be able to find her location. I feel bad looking at her computer without asking, but what she's doing is far worse. I'm really sorry to drag you into this. I wish I could have settled this and kept it between the two of us. Don't worry about it. I'm happy to help. Looks like the computer isn't password protected. Just give me a second. Jesse, can you come to the house right now? Why? What's wrong? I feel so horrible. I really do. Is everything okay? There's something I want you to see.
What are you doing? Why won't you answer my texts? Hello? You saw those divorce papers, didn't you? Are you serious? Look for me! What have you been doing? Your wife gave you divorce papers and ran away. Anyone else would be searching night and day.
Well, you told me not to come looking for you in that note you left.
So you really didn't look for me? I can't believe you. You just don't understand women, do you?
It's not that I don't understand women. I don't understand you. Trying to figure out what you really want is impossible.
You're too stupid. When a woman tells you not to come after her, it means she wants you to find her. I've been waiting for 3 days. I've been sitting and crying waiting for you to come and get me.
I texted you the second I found that note in the divorce papers, didn't I? You didn't respond to me.
I literally had just left. I was too busy to text you back. What's the point in having a brain if you aren't going to use it?
Sorry. I guess I'm pretty oblivious.
Honestly, yeah, you are. So, when are you coming to get me? You don't have work today, right? If you're gonna come get me, I'll tell you where I am.
Nah, I'm good.
What?
Why would I? I'm not your husband anymore.
What?
I turned in those divorce papers. Thanks for everything.
OMG. Wait a second. You're lying, right?
Nope.
Didn't you need a witness when you signed and submitted them?
I sure did. Your mom and dad were my witnesses.
No, I don't believe you. You're a liar! Why?
Why? Because that's what you wanted, right? You said it to me like 200 times, and you even signed the papers.
No! I just wanted to scare you!
I know you did. And every time you threatened me, I asked you to stop because it really hurt me. Don't you remember? I told you not to threaten me with a divorce again unless you were really serious. To that, you said you were serious. Am I wrong?
But I didn't think you'd actually do it.
I never wanted to, but I reached my breaking point. I listened to everything you demanded because I was scared of getting divorced. You thought I'd just fold like every other time, didn't you?
If you knew I wasn't serious, why did you actually go through with it?
I was worried about where you were, so I texted your mom. She looked at your computer to try and find your location via your phone. You know, the computer you kept at your parents' place?
Oh,
Are you putting the pieces together? You were still logged into Facebook. That is, you were still logged into your secret Facebook account.
No, that's not what you think.
Oh yeah? What is it then? Because it seems like it was an account for you to hook up with other guys. Like a guy you knew from college, or some random old rich dude. Looks like you had all the time in the world as a stay-at-home wife. Seemed like a lot of fun. When I saw all those posts and messages, my heart broke in half.
Jesse, listen, that's not really me.
You used your real name in all the messages with the guys you saw. You even gave them our address so they could come pick you up. Not to mention the photos you're tagged in clearly show your face with these guys. I'm not interested in your excuses. It's very clear that it's you, and your mom and I have screenshots of everything.
My mom saw it too?
She's the one who found it. I literally just told you that. Your sweet mother cried her eyes out when she saw it. You really are a piece of trash.
OMG. This can't be happening. I don't actually want to get a divorce.
Too late.
Why did you do it? You don't love me anymore?
I did love you. More than anything. Which is exactly why I did it. I loved you so much, but you betrayed me and emotionally abused me. I blamed myself for always giving in to your demands and never realizing what was actually going on. I decided there was nothing else I could do. The only option I had was to end this relationship. So that's what I did.
Let's just talk things over. I'll come home right now. We can get remarried.
Even if you do come home, none of your stuff is here.
Why not?
Your parents brought it all over to their house. And I'm actually in the middle of moving out.
You are?
I just got divorced. I don't want to live in the same house anymore. We were just renting anyway. It's not like I have to worry about selling this place.
How could you just decide all of that without me? It's only been 3 days. Don't you think this is too fast to make such important decisions? Divorce isn't that simple.
How could you, of all people, possibly say that? You're right. Divorce isn't that simple, and yet you threatened me with it every day. I've had enough. I did everything I could to keep you happy and avoid this from happening. All you did was go behind my back, cheat on me, and then have the audacity to act like I was the bad guy. You have absolutely no right to say anything to me at this point.
Jesse, please, forgive me. How am I going to live without you?
I don't care. Just do what you usually do. Be selfish and manipulate others to get what you want.
I'll do anything. Whatever you want, I'll do it. What do I have to do to get you to forgive me? Please! Tell me anything you want.
Sure, there is one thing.
Okay, I'll do anything.
Don't try and find me.
What?
I never want to see your face again. So, like I said, don't try and find me. Unlike you, I mean it. After that, Tara came crying back to the house. But she was greeted by her parents, who were helping me move. Her mother promptly slapped her in the face and brought her back to her house. She also told Tara that if she ever comes near me again, she'll completely disown her. Her parents felt so responsible for what happened, so they insisted they pay for the legal fees from the divorce, as well as compensating me for the affair she had. In return, they're making Tara work around the clock to repay them and keeping a close watch on her to make sure she doesn't try and run off again. She said she's working hard to repay the money so that one day she and I can see each other again. But I have absolutely no intention of seeing her, and her parents don't intend on telling her my new address. After Tara finishes paying them back, her parents are planning on selling their house and moving down to the coast like they always wanted. Of course, they haven't told Tara about that yet. I put in a request to be transferred at work, and it was granted. I'm enjoying my new life now. Tara is basically a stranger to me at this point, but I still keep in touch with her mother pretty often. They tell me to come visit them after they move. I honestly think they like me more than Tara ever did, lol. It'll be a while before I can see them, and I'm looking forward to it when the time comes. Until then, I want to enjoy my life without the threat of someone I care about hurting me.